He just really left no stone unturned in terms of making sure that we had all the resources that we needed to make this home building process something that we would remember fondly versus saying, I'll never do that again.
My name's Larry Ewing.
My name's Robyn Ewing, and we heard about Brian through Cheryl Chenoweth, our friend and realtor at Chenoweth & Cohen. I found the experience to be really flawless. We were told when we decided to build a home that we probably wouldn't be friends with our builder afterwards, but we are friends with Brian because he did a great job of keeping us informed, and his communication was great.
Brian is extremely organized. One of the first things he presented was a binder with dividers to show us each step that we would go through. And being first-time home builders, it was a really nice thing to have.
It was a little daunting to think about creating the design, given that we had never done that before. But again, Brian made that so easy for us to do. He provided us great resources and coached us along the way.
And he was always available if we had a question about each step. And the steps went fast because our home was his parade home that year. So he had to make decisions and we had to make decisions very quickly, and he really helped us on that.
The way that we made choices for the house was Brian provided us a variety of things to choose from. So he narrowed the list, and then we were able to pick from 2 or 3 things, which really helped us focus on what it was that we wanted. Brian just came across as a very genuine and authentic person, and that was really important to me in deciding who to use to build our home.
For me, it was communication. And he learned very quickly that I like to be kept up to speed, whether it's good news or bad news, and he never failed on that one.
Well, Brian clearly is an early riser, as is Larry, because when Larry had a question, he typically shot him a text around 6 a.m. and he got a response usually about 6:01. So he was always very responsive, very quick to come back to us. We weren't left hanging, and we always knew where we were in the process. He also was very good about letting us know what would happen if we made changes once things were locked in and approved. So he was very good at explaining the consequences of our decisions or changing a decision. My favorite parts of the home was really the attention to detail that Brian had. I mean, it's one of those things when you look at the grates for the HVA system, he had someone come in and paint those to match the tile. He had someone come in and paint the receptacles to match the stonework on the back of the backsplash. And just the way that the finishes were done, it's just something that every day when I see it, it's still so beautiful to me.
And he did some other things that I really liked, just more mechanical things in the furnace rooms. They're pleasant to go into. Our service personnel that come work on them are amazed that their rooms are tiled and sheetrocked and they're not climbing into an attic. So things like that I really enjoyed that Brian did for us.
I would recommend Brian for a few reasons. One was it was a turnkey process. He provided somebody that could help us design our home. He provided a decorator that helped us pick out the paints and the carpet, the flooring, the curtains, the paint that we used all throughout the house, the finishes. He just really left no stone unturned in terms of making sure that we had all the resources that we needed to make this home building process something that we would remember fondly versus saying, I'll never do that again.